What's poppin'? It's your boy Cassius, Cuvée, fresh back from the Bitcoin conference. Woo, he was doing it big out there. Shout out to the chat, everybody who's waiting to get it started. We're going to play something exclusive. I got a new song with Randi Hipper that just dropped called Bitcoin Bestie, and we're going to play that song just to start the show. Make sure everybody just gets ready for it. You know what I mean? We got big stuff coming halfway through the show. I'm going to show a sneak preview of what the music video is going to look like. We got some Jade Glab clips. Shout out to Jade Glab. She was my partner in crime out there. Man, we got a list of bangers today, man. So many people I met down there at the Bitcoin conference. So many friends I haven't seen in a long time. We are getting ready, and we're going to dive into these charts, man. You saw me hit some trades up 700%. Woo, it was some big ones, man. And man, just the normal thing, man. You go long strength, you short weakness. We're going to go over that. We're going to look at the charts. But first, let's just get it popping. Bitcoin Bestie, out now, all streaming platforms. It's your boy Cassius Cuvée with Randi Hipper featuring my homegirl Kayla Love.
Randi Hipper.
Cassius Cuvée.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized, no censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dip, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
It's great for those who just DCA'd. If you stacking sats and you trying to save, some like to hodl, some like to trade. I'ma do both, just ride the wave. When price drop, don't get angry. Man, that's just how the game be. I seen worse, nothing really pains me. I'm a Bitcoin bull, can't change me.
It's the best assets of the old times, like the 1849 of gold mines. It's a gold rush happening in yo time. Every 4 years gonna blow minds. Let's see, investing. When Bitcoin met me, it blessed me. Positive is just how I live. All I gotta say is stay zesty.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
By now you should know that it's here to stay. When inflation and fiat is running away. I've been here since back in the day when they said it would never hit 100K. You trust the banks? Well, I trust the code. Price predictions, I barely stress. Hit a mill in 5 years? Maybe less. When it does, you'll see it on the daily zest.
You should watch if you new or a clever trader. She's too cool, you could never hate her. She gotta be the #1 educator. Could explain Bitcoin to a 7th grader. Gotta say what's up to the super chat. Special shout out to the last tipper. Bitcoin bestie, Randi Hipper. That shoe fit like a glass slipper.
This got my friends in a frenzy. We ain't even trying to be trendy. I'm a digital girl in a digital world. Out here repping it for Gen Z. We peer-to-peer cause the future's here. All grown up and permissionless. Now picture this, we're witnesses. By now you should know what the mission is.
Crypto winner is so frigid, it's no gimmick, but I'm cold with it. I've been in it since 4 digits. Price going up with no limits. I'm Cuvée like fine wine. Whenever I rhyme, come toast me. Grab the homie, raise a glass. One love to Satoshi.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
That's Bitcoin Bestie with Cash Cuvée and Randi Hipper at Miss Teen Crypto. If you guys don't already know, music video coming soon. Halfway through the show, I'm gonna put it on the sneak preview. All right, let me put the music on, the beat on in the background here. Let me lower the music down some here. Man, we had so much fun out there. We was going nonstop. Come on, instrumental. I turned it all the way down. I guess turn it all the way down. Can't put it to 0. Man, it was big things popping down there. So it was me and Jade filming content, doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in with Jade in a little bit. We're gonna yeah, that's right. So shout out to the chat real quick. Kalechi, I'm a Bitcoin bestie. Andrew from Canada. Sunday, not so fun day. Man, King's mentality. We got 6 a.m. Doug in the house. You know what I'm saying? We've seen so many people, the magnificent takes. Man, oh, it's Sandjoy in the house. What's going on, man? Magnificent Tales. Woo, we're going to show a sneak preview of the music video for Bitcoin Bestie. Got a lot of features, got a lot of cameos coming in it. Oh my gosh, shout out to everybody I saw down there. So only member of the wave makers I seen down there was Redman. So shout out Redman. Oh my God, bro. Where do we begin? All right, look, I was looking at the charts real quick. We're just going to go over this real quick. Nothing I say on the channel is financial advice. Nothing I say here is, you got to do your own research. I am an affiliate with these logos you see up here, Breakout, Prop, and Phemex. So if you use them, I may earn a commission. But what I'm going to do is go over some of the charts. I got to give a shout out to the people who was rocking with me down there in Las Vegas at the Bitcoin conference. What I learned, what I saw, what we did. Oh my God, there's more content I can even put out, y'all. More than I can put out. But first of all, if you guys saw, if you watching, I closed out some whoppers, okay? Nero, 700%. I closed, so this is what I did. Let me go back. I was on Phemex, right? So listen, you guys know this is just my Phemex account for the show. This one here, I took 50% off the table, all right? So when I posted that, I was like, should I take profit? I mean, guys, it was the dip. Now, when you're up that much, you got a lot of wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? I'm still up. What the hell am I still up? I'm still up 563%, okay? So I'm not I'm not really sweating, but we did take half the chips off the table in all three of these trades. Listen, I was going out of town. So I closed out everything in Breakout Prop, and I closed out almost everything I had in Phemex. If I had stayed in it, oh my God. Breakout Prop, I usually take profit a little bit faster. It's a larger amount of money. Phemex, I had a lot of positions open, and we would have just been cleaning up right now. But whatever, green is green. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the private Discord. Everybody in the private Discord knows all my moves, what we've been going on. And just so you guys know, man, we've got some heavy hitters in the private Discord group. Some heavy hitters are in the private Discord group. So shout out to the private Discord. Let me just pull it up real quick on the screen here so you guys can see real quick. Like, this is the kind of stuff they post in there, man. Like, they giving you, shout out Blueberry, shout out Matt. They giving you trade setups in the Discord group. It ain't just me. You know what I'm saying? We got other people contributing in here. We see some wins on here. And you notice we don't really ever put the money. I think it's wise not to put the money. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We got bangers like Crypto Face doing $20 million bangers. But he also doesn't show his face. You feel me? But you see we got a lot of TA going on in Discord. So let me slow it down for a second. Let me slow it down for a second real quick, all right? So for those who don't know, the private Discord is $99 a month, but you can join for free, absolutely free, if you use my Phemex referral code to create a free Phemex account. So that's GMMNX5 is my referral code. If you use the link that's going to be in the description of this video and you create a free Phemex account, instead of giving me the $99, deposit it into your Phemex account. So then that way you have some money to trade with, all right? We want to teach you leverage trading. You can start small, but use this code, and then what you do is once you create your Phemex account, you use the user ID code, and you put that in the Discord bot, and it'll let you join for one year for free. Then you got to click on the link, that invite link that says join for 1 year for free to clearly say that. You got to put in your card information, that kind of stuff, but it clearly says you're not charged anything. You get 1 year for free. Oh, crypto guy on the internet is in the house. Woo! Gotta say a shout out to Andrew real quick. Quick side story, all right? This doesn't even have to do with the conference. Okay, I seen his brother Crypto Face. Shout out Crypto Face. I seen him at the conference too. Just chopped up one for a quick second. But crypto guy on the internet, that's Flappin' Grover's brother too. They all brothers. He reminds me so much of a kid we grew up with named Vinny. He's a comedian. He's also a dope MC, and he's an actor. But you guys got to follow Crypto Face, Crypto Face's brother, Crypto Guy on the internet on Instagram. He got a lot of funny stories. He tells funny stories, comedy, just like his brother Crypto Face. But really, he got some wild shit on there. He's like, oh, so you're an asshole like me. I was like, such a Vinny. But I love the guy. I swear to God, he reminds me of this guy I grew up with, Vinny, so much. Anyways, man, shout out Crypto Guy on the internet. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, man, we've been dropping some banger trades. I got to just go over a little bit, man. The conference was amazing. We got Jade's in the house. Oh, my God. Jade's in the house. Jade is my partner in crime like no other. Okay, let me tell you something real quick. If you guys been following me on Twitter, someone filmed her filming me. Jade is more qualified to be in front of the camera than anybody I know, okay, than anybody at the conference. And she's behind the camera filming me and Randy shoot our music video. So shout out, Jade. 100% positives, great sport, partner in crime. You know what I'm saying? Me and her, the best 1-2 punch in the game as far as I'm concerned. We went and hit the town. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely going to give a big love out to Jade. She's doing big things. Miss Crypto America, we got to figure that one out. That's coming soon. She's Miss New Jersey already. But, man, we was killing them out there. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited. I came back with the same energy. And honestly, I'm going to tell you guys for real while I'm so juiced, the sneak preview of the music video was fire. All right? And it's just one little part. And I'm just like, oh, man, if we make the whole video this good, it's going to be lit. Randi Hipper, shout out Miss Teen Crypto, Randi Hipper, man. She came in and she showed up. She did her thing. You know what I mean? Oh, don't worry, Jade. I'm going to show it halfway through the show. That's the teaser. You're going to see the teaser. It's just a few clips of the Lamborghini and stuff. Me and Miss Teen Crypto in the Lamborghini. Randi Hipper, she's in the driver's seat. So that's coming about halfway through the show. This time, I'm not going to have a weekly recap rap, too much going on. I didn't write anything. We were traveling and stuff. But you guys going to get a sneak preview of the music video. So that's what we're going to do on there for sure. Now, I got to just say one time, okay? We was rocking with Jade, Sonia. We had dinner with the CMO of Mexi. Shout out Sonia. She hooked us up. Me, Tom Crown, and Jade. So that was lit. She's hella chill, too. She was at Ben Cohen's party, too. And the last night, Ben Cohen had a great party on rooftop party like he always does. There were so many cool people there. I got to give a special shout out to my man, Player One Taco. Looked out for your boy. On the last day, I was going to fly out early, and then Dana invited me to the party. I was like, oh, man, I got to extend my flight. Jade was going home, too, but check this out. Her plane caught on fire. I was like, Jade, you so hot, you burning up the airline. What's going on, man? Vegas didn't want to let her go, so she came back. She came back and spent another night on the town. I was at the Ben Cohen party. She was out doing her thing as well. You know, we covering all the bases. She too much fire. She catch the whole plane on fire. She can't even leave the city. You guys don't even know, man. We did so many glam shots with Jade. She shot us in the music video, did a great job. Oh, man, Redman. We already met Redman, Tom Crown. Oh, big shout out to Tina and Altcoin Daily. Tina, though, was just plugging me in, Shib Toshi, and then she's going to be in the music video. Austin and Aaron kicking it with my homies. Simon, big shout out to Simon. That boy is connected, man. Then we go, oh, and Uncle Jimmy and his son Taco. Uncle Jimmy, though, hooked up the Lambo, so we got to give a shout out to Uncle Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Crypto Billy, they was there. Dave Digital helping out. Crypto Zombie and his wife. Crypto Zombie is hella cool. I definitely fucks with Crypto Zombie. He's hella funny. He was breaking the balls of the CMO for Phemex with Sonia about the commissions. That was kind of funny. She's hella cool, though. Then we got, who else was that? Oh, the Duchess of DeFi, Cassie. Didn't really get a chance to hang out with her much, but see my homegirl the first night. Cassie is funny. This is what I'm going to do, Jade. You're going to see in a minute. I'm going to come back to Cassie in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You said preacher, Jade. Tell us backwards, right, Kalechi? Okay, then we go, oh, Caleb Silver. We ran into the editor-in-chief of Investopedia, my dog, Caleb Silver. Now, if y'all don't know about Caleb, he's an older dude. He look kind of older, but this man can rap, all right? I seen him rap in 2 languages. 2 languages. I might have to try to get a song with him. So me and Jade interviewed him real quick. That was dope. Investopedia. So for anybody who's new, Investopedia, yes, kind of like Wikipedia, but Investopedia is where you go to get all the new information. I suggest anybody who's new, check out Investopedia. If you have any questions about anything in finance, maybe crypto or TradFi, Investopedia is always your first stop. Basically like a dictionary, but also just, more detailed information about anything you need. So Caleb Silver, one of the most important people in investing, period, as far as I'm concerned, for investing education at least. He's the GOAT. And Investopedia is his platform. So, he's a big dog. Not everybody realizes that he's really the main guy of that. He goes on CNBC a lot. But, and the whole crew, Alex O, TradeFly. TradeFly is the one who put me on Mel Studio. I hadn't met him in person. Alex, too, they had me on. So, shout out to him. Dreamer, my man Dreamer, Blonde Broker, and Ashley. Sin City Crypto. We came down by Sin City Crypto, and it was pretty crazy because hella people were there. We filmed some of the music video in there. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the In and Out Crypto and some other folks to be in the music video there. It was crazy. We was leaving, and we're like, oh, we got to call an Uber. A taxi pulls up. Jade's like, oh, I'm going to catch let's just get that taxi. We're like, cool, perfect. Guess who hops out the taxi? Crypto Megan hops out the tab. I said, that's Crypto Megan. I said, hold on a minute. And I'm mad we didn't get to kick it. Crypto Megan is a heavyweight right there. She always invites me to everything VIP. Her and her husband, they hella cool. But she was rushing to get into the studio. They doing interviews in the back of Sin City Crypto. If you guys don't know, Sin City Crypto has their stage for their show, but in the back they just built a new epic place where other people can do interviews. So that was pretty crazy. Miss Nifty and Cali Crypto. Man, we had a drink with Cali Crypto introducing Miss Nifty. They was dope. Seeing Wendy O and her man D. And I also did an interview with the CEO of Thumbs Up. Thumbs Up is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. We got a video with them coming soon. You guys are going to check that out. Anyways, man, it was just lit. I got more people that I'm going to talk about in a second that I got to meet for the first time. Brian Jung, Bonnie Blockchain. She's the biggest female crypto person, YouTuber in China or in Asia, all of Asia. My man David Lin introduced me to her. Shout out David Lin. He's a fool. Man, all right, we're gonna get into these charts though, y'all. We got to get into the charts. The main the CNBC. Jade reminded me we did a CNBC feature. How could I forget? We had so much stuff popping, Jade. I couldn't even remember everything. We were on CNBC. You got to look that up. I didn't even post it yet. Follow Jade. Jade, I think you not follow me on Twitter, Jade. You got to follow me on Twitter. We was moving so much social media, man. It was just so much content. TJ Miller, we ran into him. We never got to nail down the interview. He's hit me on Telegram. Yeah, where you guys at? We couldn't even find him, man. Dr. K, FD White, Ghost Alias. Man, I met a whole bunch of cool people. Satoshi Quadmodo. Wait till you see the music video, y'all. People really in it, vibing to the song. You know what I mean? It's dope. Oh, special shout out to Frank. Okay, when the Bitcoin Bestie song dropped, Frank was the first one to start playing it on all the Instagram. So shout out to Frank because he was supporting us. I just posted a video of him on Twitter. Me and Jade walking with him down Las Vegas Boulevard. He's the man right there. So shout out to Frank. We're definitely going to be following up with Frank for a show out there in Miami. All right, we got to get to the charts here for a second, man. This was a special week, y'all. You guys, here's the thing, y'all. I was gone. I didn't really travel much in 2024. All I went to was the behind the scenes, behind the backstage of Killer Wells, that crypto show. Other than that, I didn't get to go to the Bitcoin conference. I didn't do a lot of stuff. So it was great to be back. It was great to see everybody in real life. You know your boy Cassius Cuvée is an in real life type of guy. Great to be there with my partner in crime, Jay Glab. And, man, we painted the town red. We did it big. I don't know how that girl can walk so many miles in stilettos. and walk fast, too, and no complaining at all for days. All right, we was doing it big. All right, so here we go. Into the charts. All right, now, if you guys know, so let me show you real quick. I was already shorting, right? We already knew that I was shorting here, right? And I got out, like, at the bottom of here on 380. Let me go. Basically, that was Bitcoin. So I was shorting these altcoins because you guys know I always say short. Wait, look at this. Can you see that arrow? That's where I closed my position. I posted it on Twitter. I got out right here. I've been in it for days. I can't even go back far enough from here. That arrow is where I caught the bottom of that short. I got out. Now, I only took out half the position. I was up 750% or something like that. So I'm still betting on the fact that we might go lower before we go higher on this altcoin, that is. And this is really key. This is why I always say go long strength but short weakness, okay? Because Bitcoin had some pumps. Let me go on a daily. Now, Bitcoin, I said it in last week's wrap about how historically, let me pull this back up. Historically, Bitcoin usually dips during the Bitcoin conference. And as you can see, this is Monday. Tuesday was when the day the Bitcoin conference started here. Here's the red candle, okay? You see this doji candle is when you have a lot of wick and only a little bit of body. That's a doji candle. It's a lot of times a sign of a reversal, okay? Not all the time, but a lot of times where it's like a body in the middle and a high wick at the top and bottom. It's like a sign of reversal. You can kind of see it here too on the, these are what's called the Heikinashi candles. They're more of like an average to show the trend. A lot of people like using these when they trade with the trends. Not a bad idea. I'm just pretty precise, so I like to zoom in. But you can see the curse is still alive. The Bitcoin conference hit. However, we were at all-time highs just days before. Okay, just days before. So that's actually pretty rare. Usually we've already started to sell the news before the conference starts. Now, that being said, what I want to call out is I was shorting before here. I just wasn't shorting Bitcoin. I was shorting these guys. You see this one, Shiba Inu, APT. I had some other ones that I closed out before the conference, but this was the point here. Even though I got in this one late. I got in this one like here, when this one pumped, or here. Here, I think. So basically, though, these two were for my longer time shorts. And I got in at this orange line. And basically, I wasn't afraid if Bitcoin has a pump, which it did, because this was a weak ticker. And I knew it had already kind of ran out of gas. Same deal with Shiba Inu. It was a weak ticker. I feel like it already ran out of gas. So you see Phemex short. This is where I shorted it in Phemex all the way back down. And, this is why I'm up. Whatever. Let's see what it is, what I'm up right now in Phemex. Still up 437%, but I got out, right at the bottom of these. Let's see on this one. This is Shiba. See what I'm saying? I got out right at the bottom, you guys. And you say, okay, well, how did you know that was the bottom? Okay, look. Let me go zoom in a bit, all right? How did I know that was the bottom? Well, mostly I'm looking at market cipher B. Actually, let me come back to here. I'm looking at market cipher B down here. Okay, so these are the momentum waves. This is the oscillator. So I got out basically here, down here. That was what this was on Phemex. Here, I could put them both on the same screen actually. This down here is this down here, okay, on Phemex. So let me zoom back in again. So the way I knew that is because of the momentum waves. Now, not on a 10-minute chart. Okay, first of all, we had a big move. Like on 1 hour chart, this looks like a big wick down. You know what I mean? Like if there was ever a time to take profit, it kind of makes sense. But on like, let's say a longer time frame, this kind of stuff is what I was looking at. 4-hour wave coming way down. You just kind of started getting a feel for when this is getting. I mean, I literally posted on Twitter right at that time because I saw it, right? I'm up here. I'm also up, 500 or 600% or something like that. And I'm looking at these blood diamonds, and this came all the way down. It's like we caught the move that I'm waiting for, Now, granted, I didn't take it all out. I probably could have. Part of me wanted to have something for the live stream, something live to show. But, this wave was getting pretty deep, and I look at all the waves, and I'm like, this 4-hour wave is like, how much deeper is it going to go? Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, look at these two big candles in a row. Honestly, here's the thing. We always talk about indicators. Traders, we love indicators, right? And indicators are all these different things you see up here. I don't even have them all turned on right now. I got trend lines and all kind of stuff I could turn on here. There's an infinite amount of indicators, right? Infinite amount of stuff I could turn on here, right? What happens is the chart starts getting pretty cluttered, and you can start to sometimes have conflicting signals, okay? So I actually don't like having on too many indicators because I don't feel like you really need them. My whole point is to try to simplify trading. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. You can actually tell a lot just by looking at the candles, just looking at the price action, all right? And then when you combine that with things like momentum waves, you're like, okay, look how many red 4-hour candles in a row. I'm looking at these last two ones. Here's the thing. This is a piece of takeaway I want to give you guys, all right? Have you ever heard of a blow-off top? Do you guys know what a blow-off top is? A blow-off top is when you have a big candle wick where basically it's the top of it's a blow-off top, like it just blew off. It was super duper ridiculous fervor hype, and it was just enough was enough, right? This is Shiba Inu. This is looking like a blow-off top right here. Something like this, okay? That's what we would call a blow-off top. Some big, long wick on a daily where it was just like things got overblown. And then it reverses down hard, and that's the sign of the reversal. A lot of people call it a blow-off top on like a market cycle, like, whatever, June will be a blow-off top, something like that, okay? But here's what I want to let you guys know. Blow-off tops essentially happen on every time frame. There's almost always what I call a scam wick. I didn't make that up. A lot of people call it a scam wick. But basically, there's almost always a scam wick right before there's a reversal. That's usually just how it works. So when I'm looking at something like this, you see an epic move that someone might have thought it was this, but really that was just the first move down. We caught a few yellow X's on market cipher A, and it was just like, boom, this move from here to here after these moves, I'm like, that's looking like somewhat of a blow-off top. And then what happens is it bounced. If you were going to go long, for example, you would have waited for this retracement, and then you would have gotten back in to go long. Now, I don't have high conviction on Shiba Inu, but if we're looking at something like Bitcoin, Bitcoin's been strong, right? This blue line was drawn heck long ago, like weeks ago. I drew weeks ago from way back here when we were months ago when we were down here, and it just coincidentally happened to bounce right off of that blue line again. That's why we have all these lines on the screen. It's just kind of support resistance trend lines and things like that. But Bitcoin is strong. You know, if you want to go long, you go long Bitcoin. I'm not going long any of the shit coins. But basically, this retracement right here that didn't go back and make a new low, it kind of started the trend of a higher low. You see a higher low? We are in an uptrend since Friday, which is not that long ago, but technically we are in an uptrend. Now, I don't necessarily believe this is the strongest uptrend yet. I got to see it to believe it. Again, the good news is I'm shorting altcoins that just aren't that strong. And so, real quick, I'm going to show you the CME gap. Uh-oh, I think I turned it off. When I was turning off my indicators. Which one is it? This one. So this shows the CME gap. So this is the price when the weekend started, at least as far as the Chicago Mercantile Exchange is concerned. Okay? And everything just broke down right then, right? So this is Nero. Let me put it back on Bitcoin. So the CME gap refers to people trading it on the stock market, basically, representation of Bitcoin. Obviously, crypto's 24/7. But so the weekend begins at 3 p.m. my time on Friday. And what happens is the reason this indicator exists is because a lot of people say that the gap will always get filled. So like if price had gone lower, if price had come down lower like this and we're fooling around down here and then Monday came, well, really I should say Sunday night, tonight, then people a lot of times think that the CME gap will be filled back up and then they'll determine if things are going to go higher or lower and people will trade off of that. So that's why we have this indicator on the screen. For me, I kind of like just tracking it for the weekend, and what I'm using it for is to see what's relatively bullish or relatively bearish, okay? So right now, a lot of things are chopping sideways, right? We caught our bottom here Friday, $1,900, and you see we had a bounce, but how much did Nero bounce? Well, some of these meme coins kind of bounced. Nero, Shiba, still bearish, relatively speaking, right? It's so easy to tell when you have this indicator on the screen because these are relatively bearish. You see what I'm saying? What's up, All Set, man? Yeah, I'm happy to be back here, man, but we did have a great time down there. APT, still bearish. Probably this is like one of my favorite altcoins to short right now is APT. It's just relentlessly bearish. And I even called this out in the private Discord. I like calling it out. I'm like, look, you guys, if one of these pumps heavy, I'm going to re-enter, and that was what I did. I re-entered it. I think I didn't catch. Oh, I know what happened. We shorted it up from down here. I took my profit down here. It went up and did one of these. And then when it did this one again, I got back in right here. And I shorted it down to here. That's how this one. So this one, that's why the percentage on this one is not as big. Let's see what the percentage is on this one. Because I entered this one way later. It's more recent. I'm only up 243% on this one. So yeah, not as much at the moment. But I also, again, I took half the profit out at the bottom. Let's see. You see, man, I caught the bottom on this. You know what's crazy too is like when I'm at home, I'm watching the charts like infinitely more than when I'm at a conference, right? Because I'm at a conference, we're moving, we're interviewing, I'm on my phone filming and doing all kinds of stuff. Yet somehow I'm a better trader. No, I won't say I'm a better trader, but it was like the knowing that I wasn't going to be able to make a move in real time told me to only stick with high conviction plays. And so maybe we'd be better off always just only sticking with high conviction plays. And you guys know me, I like to scalp. I like to do the really, really short-term day trading and stuff. But, I obviously can't do that when I'm away. I'm not going to be on Breakout Prop. I'm not going to be on my phone all day. So I found what I thought was a bear trend. I was betting on the sell the news of the Bitcoin conference. Again, don't short Bitcoin. I shorted these altcoins that I thought had ran out of gas on the way up here. And it was like a safe bet. You know what I'm saying? I could sleep at night. I didn't have to watch my charts on my phone all day long, every day, wondering what was going to happen. Am I going to get liquidated? Am I going to get stopped out? I'm like, man. And then so by the time the conference started, I'm up a few 100%. You know what I'm saying? Crypto Plumber says trade less, more profit. Profit more. I don't even necessarily agree with that, but sometimes it's true. You know what I mean? I love my scalping strategy. I really do. So I can't even necessarily say trade less when more because the scalping strategy is set up so that you're just focused. You're like 3 hours. I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to focus. I'm not going to do nothing else. And I'm on the 1 minute chart on Breakout Prop. This is Breakout Prop right here. So again, you guys, Breakout Prop is where you get $100,000 to trade with for only $800. Or, $500 gets you $50,000 to trade with. You get a big bankroll there. I have a discount code for it. I'm an affiliate of there. So GGRF7W here at the screen. You will get it costs you less than $800 to purchase that evaluation from Breakout Prop. So I trade the 1 minute chart in Breakout Prop, but what I'll do is I'll look at the 10 minute and the 5 minute, 10 minute, and the 1 hour on TradingView. That's how I do my scalping strategy when I'm on there. But when you're traveling, you can't do that, right? So sometimes, yes, I do agree. Sometimes trade less, profit more because, you're not getting as many transaction fees and all kinds of stuff like that. But also then what happens is you have to be patient. I was pretty patient. We had just seen a new all-time high in Bitcoin. We had seen, I won't say new all-time high, but a recent high in some of these altcoins that I knew were bearish tickers. They've been bearish. Go short weakness and go long strength. If I'm betting on reversal, I can short Shiba Inu, Nero, and APT, and I got my other list here. This is what Ethereum's doing right now. Let's go back to the 1 hour chart here real quick. Degen, my old school favorite short. You can see that a lot of memes and stuff pump kind of hard here, but they're way down. I should have stayed in this short. I shorted this from like here to here, and I could have stayed in it and doubled my money even more in there. But guys, I cleaned up on those trades. So I can't really complain. I kind of had a lot of money on it. But this pump is where you short Degen at. When you see this pump, that's when it does the parabolic move, you got to be patient. You wait and you watch and you wait. I'm telling you, I'm the shit coin short king. All I ever do is wait for them to pump, and then as soon as the momentum starts slowing down, you short. Now, here's the thing. This is the trick, though. Pick 1, 2, maybe. If you're like me, you got 5 or 10 tickers. Maybe I got more than that. But let's just say top 3 that you want to focus on. And you're being an opportunist. You're waiting for this pump. And you got to know your position sizing. So the reason why I say pick a ticker that you know is because you know how much money you can put on this, how volatile it is, what leverage you can do, right? If I'm doing a ticker like Degen, I'm either doing high leverage and I'm just like, if I get stopped out, it's okay. Or I'm doing lower leverage, like 5%. Excuse me, not 5%, 5x leverage. And then I have enough wiggle room because it's going to go crazy. Like I like shorting like 20x leverage on these really shitty altcoins. And then if it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm doing like 50, 60x leverage. But on Degen, I might even do less than that and then catch it on the way back down because I know that ticker moves so volatile. But that's how you make a lot of money in a short amount of time because the ticker is so volatile compared to Bitcoin. Let's just see real quick. So here's the measurement tool. Just from this gold here, where I entered here, if I had held it to the bottom of here, that's negative 34%. So if that was 10x leverage, that's negative 340%. Bitcoin, it didn't drop no 34%. Ethereum didn't drop no 34%. You know what I'm saying? So you make way more percentage on altcoins, but you have to be more careful with leverage and position sizing. And there's no real way to tell you how to do it except you got to practice it. Like, honestly, if you're kind of new to trading right now, pick an altcoin, maybe not one that's so volatile. If you want new to leverage trading, we'll say, right? Sure. Always do your TA on Bitcoin. You want to know what direction Bitcoin's going in. But let's say you pick, and you got to have a bullish or bearish bias. You have to pick one. You have to say, I think we're going lower, right? If you're waiting for the trend to start, that's fine. You can switch to your Heikin-Ashi candles. And you can see trends easier here. You're like, okay, maybe you saw some of this red. You're like, it's time to short Ethereum, right? I drew this line here because my man Vince has got a position right here. He's trying to get out right there. And, of course, he's kind of unlucky. His position is right on the support and resistance line. It makes it a tough call whenever it touches it. But, like, you start seeing this red, you're like, okay, the trend has changed. That is also down here on Market Cipher B. I lean on this so heavy. Market Cipher B, right? You got your second red dot here on a big time frame like the 4 hour. If you'd short it right here on this first red candle on Heikin-Ashi with the red dot right here, boom, you would have been home free. So Heikin-Ashi candles is something that's spelled, you can see it right here. Hold on. Spelled Heikin, and then the next word is ASHI. This is a candle that you can trade with the trend when you open up the candles. You can see them here. I've got them saved here. There's my favorites down here. So Heikin-Ashi candles is something you can use to try to trade with the trend. But I'm always looking at Market Cipher B. Now for me, for like a quote-unquote cycle change, I want to see a red dot on the 8 hour. That's what I'm looking for. That tells me you're kind of usually getting a peak, and you see it kind of played out on Ethereum here. The 8 hour is not hella dots. It's kind of the sign of a trend reverse. If all you ever do is play the 8 hours and then watch your position sizing and leverage, you could probably swing trade great on an 8 hour chart with just Market Cipher B. We obviously have other indicators on here as well. I'm not going to go over all of those. Where are we? 12:34. I think it's getting ready for the time. Y'all ready to see a clip of the music video? Say something in the chat if y'all ready to see a clip of the music video, because I only want to play it if y'all want to see it. You feel me? So say something in the chat if you guys want to see a clip of the music video with me and Randi Hipper. This is just a little sample. It's not even really the whole video of how it's going to be. But chat, are you out there? Make sure you say something in the chat if you want to see it. Let's see. A King's Mentality wants to see it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys vote in the poll up there too. We got a red week or a green week next week. Make sure you vote in that poll. Let's see. All right. We're gonna post it. Bring it. Jade says bring it. Here we go.
Crypto winner is so frigid, it's no gimmick, but I'm cold with it. I've been in it since 4 digits, price going up with no limits. I'm Cuvée like fine wine, whenever I rhyme, come toast me. Grab the homie, raise a glass, one love to Satoshi.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie, you gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
It's crypto.
Yo. That's just a little clip, little sneak preview for it. Just to come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée. I forgot to do my intro graphic at the beginning, but that's a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. Just some of the footage. That was the clip. Jade, you didn't see the Lambo. That was the clip from inside the Lambo. We're going to have even more shots. You know what I mean? I really only had just a few clips lined up there to put those out there. But, man, it's going to be a fire music video. I know Miss Teen Crypto, Randi Hipper, is going to love it. But, man, tell me what you guys thought about that little clip, man. You think we got fire coming or what? Make sure you say something in the chat. Right there, King's Mentality said it's fire. Right on. Hey, Jade, can we show a little clip of what you got, man? One of your glam shoots? One of your glam shots? You know what I'm saying? Just a little something just to show them we was filming. You were in front of the camera and behind the camera. Can we show one of the swimwear shots? Because you were fire out there, man, making planes catch on fire. You feel me? She says, yeah. All right, let's get one real quick. I just made this little quick one run time. Just a little quick one, just a little teaser like that. You feel me? One time. Jade, doing it big. You know, we about to make this Crypto Miss America, and we're gonna look out for Jade at Miss World coming up here soon too. We're gonna make sure we support Jade there. We got a lot of stuff coming. Man. The summer is about to hit. I don't know about y'all, but I get excited when the summertime comes. You know, we're gonna be winning trades. We're gonna be doing big things here, man. And everybody, shout out to everybody in the group. You know what I'm saying? Crypto Plumber said his eyes left his head. Kingsman Tal, you guys like that one too? Me and Jade, we did a lot of great shots. Jade, you got to post some of those. We did a lot of fire shots. I wish my whole feed could be those. But we got to keep it about crypto, man. This is the thing I hate about the algorithms, you guys. You ever notice how they don't want you to be a whole person? They only want you to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing else except that one thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're a crypto rapper. You can only post videos about crypto. Oh, you only trade. You can only do TA. You know what I'm saying? I'm a photographer, a videographer. I make music videos. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I do music. I love trading. I love educating. But the algorithms mess you up if you show all that stuff. So, I think I'm actually about starting another YouTube channel. It's just like purely TA. I'm not going to be on it. And I don't know. I gotta keep this one. This is my Cash Cuvée personality channel. But you're gonna see a wide range of things. You know what I mean? And we're gonna have a good time. Crypto player. Nah, man, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my partner in crime. Right there. Jay Glad, we're going to hit the scene, paint the town red, and do it big. You feel me? But, man, any coins, guys, call out some coins. You want me to do some TA on a coin? Call it out. I'm always prepared. We're going to go back to the regular candles. I will go over the scalping strategy one time for everybody. So, first of all, the first thing you want to do is try to find the right environment. So we're going to be looking for a little bit of volatility, okay? So we want a little bit of volatility, like even volatility, okay? So first, you're looking at the 1 hour charts. Let's see if I can find a ticker that has some good volatility. Okay, this is okay. Let's see. Well, that's a little bit too crazy here. Okay, something like this here, STX, right, which has been real bearish, one of my favorites, all right? So check this out. Let's say you want to determine like where you're entering, right? So let's say we saw this deep green dot on the 1 hour, okay? And we're like, okay, we're ready to go long now. We're going to go long STX here, right? We want to scalp it, though. We want to scalp it, right? So we sat down. We waited for this move to end. We got the green dot. Okay, what you do is, if this was right here on the 1 hour green dot, now we've determined that we've got a bullish bias on the 1 hour because we got a green dot, okay? This is market cipher B. You then zoom in on the 10-minute. That green dot came somewhere about here. You can't really see it in real time. We'd be able to see it. That green dot came somewhere about here on the 10-minute. So now you've got to wait for the next green dot on the 10-minute. Now, granted, the green dot on the 10-minute always comes before the 1 hour. The lower time frame always comes before the higher time frame. So price would already have pumped up here by the time, somewhere up here by the time that green dot came on the 1 hour. So you're going to see a red hour on the a red dot on the 10-minute, which is this one here, and then you would have entered on the next green dot right here. Now, in this case, it happened really fast. You got a green dot on the 10-minute. Okay, you would have gone in right here, and boom, you would have got out as soon as you saw a red dot. All you're doing is basically buying the dip on the green dots and selling the rip on the red dots. But the thing is, you're getting out before the big move comes down. So you be break even a little bit. You catch this green dot, boom, you're in the green a little bit. It kind of sucks when you have this chop here because basically all you're losing is like trading fees, chop, chop, chop. But what happens is you catch this red dot right here, and then you catch the bigger move all the way down to here. And that's all you need when you're scalping. You're batting singles, right? You got a big position open, but you're basically just catching this move all the way down. You rode all the way down here. Now when the green dot comes, boom, you got out. This did this. We weren't. Oh, that would be if you're shorting. I'm sorry. If we're going long, we would have avoided this short all the way down. We would have gone green right here. We would have got in. This pump would have happened. I mean, a candle this big, I probably would have taken some profit, but even so, you could have got back out here. You'd still be higher than where you entered. Again, this red dot, what happens is you end up losing all these. You keep missing all these ones where it goes against you, and then eventually, boom, you catch this green dot right here. And then you catch the big move. So we have a saying, a lot of people use Market Cypher like to say this. You go long, you go small wins, small losses, small wins, small losses, and then boom, you catch the big win. If you're on Breakout proper, you just have a big position on Phemex or whatever, this could be thousands of dollars all in one short move. You see what I'm saying? Like I have the $100,000 bankroll on Breakout prop. So all of these little moves may be kind of annoying, these 10-minute ones where you're like, oh, I'm losing trading fees, whatever. But then eventually, because you're trading with the trend, because we were on the 1 hour, come on, 1 hour. Because we were on the 1 hour, where is it? Because we were on the 1 hour chart, we were trading with the trend. Eventually, this came up. As long as this dot was green here, we had a bullish bias on the way up. So the 10-minute, let's get off screen. So the 10-minute basically, can you guys see this? The 10-minute one is where we would have been able to catch this green dot down here and rode it all the way back up, this straight up here. It looks so small when you zoom out, but when you got big money in a short amount of time, remember we're scalping now, you would have rode this all the way up to here, and you would have got out on this red dot. That's a lot of money. And then you would have waited, and then boom, you would have entered right here. You might have got a little head fake here, but you would have re-entered. You might get out quick and re-enter in the next candle, but boom, then you catch the next one up. So basically, the main point of this is that you are cutting your losses or taking your profit quickly. You're not wasting time hoping that a reversal is going to come. I always say, I used to have a post-it note up that said, don't fight a 10-minute dot. Because if I'm shorting and I see a green dot on the 10-minute, just get out and wait. Anytime less than 10 minutes is not going to blow up in your face. You're okay. You might lose a little bit, but you're mostly just giving back a little bit of gains that you got. You're probably still green on the trade. But if you start waiting and say, well, maybe it'll turn back around before you know it, that 10-minute green dot turns into a 12-minute green dot, turns into a 15-minute green dot, turns into a half an hour green dot, and all of a sudden you're down hella money and you got a tough decision to make. So that's why when I'm saying scalping, don't fight the momentum of a 10-minute or anything bigger than that. You just get out. And if the reversal comes, you get back in, no problem. So that's all you got to do. But you'd play this by the dip, and you would ride it all the way back up until you hit this red dot and you got out. So basically, you would have won this trade to this trade, then this trade to this trade, and then this trade to this up to here. Right? Those little wins, they add up. Trust me on this. Okay, this is scalping. Okay, so that's how you do the scalping strategy. And same deal, right? This would have came down here. You would have caught this green dot. You would have rode it all the way back up. Now, eventually, this red dot would have happened. And if you had gotten out here, look how much money you would have saved yourself coming all the way back down here. You would have gotten this green. As soon as this red dot came, you would have got out about break even. But you would have gotten out before this collapse happened and made you get back all your money. Then you would have got in here, and you would have caught this one up to here. So that's the whole point. The whole thing is you're looking for the 1 hour chart to finish its move. So if the 1 hour chart gave you this red dot here, which it would have here, you would have gotten out. So you wouldn't have lost any more money on the way down here. You get what I'm saying? You would have caught a whole bunch of buy the dips on the way up here, and you would have avoided all this way on the way down. Now you could have started shorting here. You could have done the exact same thing except the opposite right here. That's how you do the scalping strategy on the way down. You short it. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I got to go over the scalping strategy every show because it really is my bread and butter. If I don't have any trades open, I just like scalping. You know, you get a big bankroll, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand or whatever, and you just bat singles. You might win $300, $400, $500, $600 at a time, but then that adds up. Before you know it, you had $1,000, $1,500 a day, $2,000 a day. You know, not financial advice, results not promised, but like what happens is the more you do it, you get a lot of reps. And when you get more reps, you get better. And then the better you get, like you start recognizing the movement of the candles, especially on the 1 minute chart. Especially on the 1 minute chart, right? So Crypto Plumber says, yep, I was long and sold this morning on the 5 minute. 2 trades, 2 wins was all I needed. Yep. Waiting on the sideline for my dope. It does something. Waiting on the sideline for my dope to settle down. Okay. Yeah, you just wait on the sideline. I think it's for dopamine to settle down. And let me show you like breakout prop real quick. So like breakout prop, here's a chart. And again, there's not a position for me to enter here. If I was going to enter something, it would be down here. We kind of missed it. I wouldn't be trading this, too. These are all these are tickers I was shorting. Here's the thing about crypto, y'all. Let me just keep it real with you. There's more tickers to short than there is to go long. All right. Only in the ridiculous fervor when it's like, you know, like right after the election, when everything's pumping like crazy, that's when like everything goes up crazy high, you know, higher percentages than Bitcoin. But once that settles out, most stuff is trickling downwards. If you notice, if you haven't noticed, this is Bitcoin on the weekly chart, all the way back up to its all-time high. All the way back up to its all-time high, okay? But look at all the rest of these. All the rest of them, down, down, down. Not even close to their highs. Down. This is Ethereum, not only halfway back up. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin's been the strongest coin. Why would I try and short Bitcoin? Look, every single one of these going down, down. There are way more tickers to short than there are to go long. If you are going to go long, you got to find a bullish ticker. Now, also, too, I'd be remiss if I don't talk about this. This is the NASDAQ, okay? I definitely think crypto still follows the NASDAQ. Bitcoin follows the NASDAQ, and the rest of the coins follow, basically follow Bitcoin, especially Ethereum, if you're an altcoin. But let me just say one thing. This is the order of operations if I was saying I wanted to find a ticker, let's say to call a top, right? Let's say I want to call a top and I want to short. I'm looking for first somewhat of a top in the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ gave me this big candle, and it came all the way back down. I'm like, boy, that looks like we're bearish, right? Then I look at Bitcoin. Was kind of the same deal. Let's see what day that was. Let me go back to to the daily, right? The NASDAQ is a little bit different because the NASDAQ is not 24/7. So this was only on Thursday. Then Bitcoin on Thursday. Let's see where Bitcoin was on Thursday. Bitcoin on Thursday started its downward move. Then if we look at Ethereum was kind of up. This is Thursday on Ethereum. But once it started to come down, now I'm looking at bearish NASDAQ, bearish Bitcoin, bearish Ethereum. So what am I going to short? I'm going to find a ticker that was giving me a pump that it didn't deserve. This one. That's actually what happened. This one right here. This wick had gone up even though everything else was starting to drop. And I said, nah, son, APT is a bearish ticker. And that's why I entered this short right here. And because I was only going to have those 2 shorts going into the conference, and I seen this one. I was like, man, this is my favorite ticker to short. Everything is looking bearish now. Why do I believe that this is going to all of a sudden outperform to the upside? And I was right. Of course it did not outperform them. Why would it do that? This ticker sucks. You know what I'm saying? This is a bearish ticker. When everything else, all of its daddies and granddaddies are dropping, it's going to drop too. Basically is what we call it got over its skis, right? Like if you're skiing and you do a high jump, it's like it got over its skis. It didn't have no business being up here. And, we were more zoomed in at the time, probably looking at it on the 1 hour. And I was like, nah, this is too much. And I was able to get in one of these pumps, probably this one. Let's see, if it was Thursday, it would have been here. It was probably this pump right here. And I shorted it probably after it started coming back down again. And then boom, it was like clockwork. It was like immediately I started winning. And that was pretty obvious to me because, if Ethereum's falling, right? Ethereum starts to fall. Bitcoin was already falling. It's easy pickings. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. That's all I really got for you guys today. I just want to say, man, it was great always seeing the folks out there, the fam, the wave makers, man. Shout out to the wave makers. That's my private group, the Profit Circle. You know what I'm saying? Join the Profit Circle with the wave makers, man. You guys you're gonna start making some waves. You know, I ride my own wave. You know what I mean? I don't chase trends. I bring the trend to me. You know, and that's what we're gonna do with Randi Hipper and Jay Glab in the Bitcoin Bestie music video. And shout out Kayla Love too. She couldn't make it to the Bitcoin conference, but she also sang backup on the hook. So definitely got to give her a lot of credit. And she's going to give me some footage to put in the video too, hopefully today. She's at a hackathon right now. That girl's smart as a whip. And she's hopefully going to win that today. So shout out Kayla Love. But, man, everybody I met down there at the Bitcoin conference, man. Dizo, I met a rapper from Amsterdam. Shout out Dizo. He used to be a rapper at least. Now he's got his own blockchain project, gaming project. He was at the Bitcoin conference. And, man, everybody I met for the first time. I've been following Brian Young for a long time. Blindie Blockchain is out there with David Lynn doing big things. We saw David Lynn the first day. But, man, just the whole fam out there. It was great seeing y'all. I'm so excited for this music video. It's going to be a lot of cameos, a lot of features. We ran around filming a whole bunch of people saying they're a Bitcoin bestie. So when you see the hook of the song, it's going to have everybody in it live. We was out there, man. You know, we was out there doing it big out there. So, Jade, we're going to have to do it again. You know what I mean? We're going to have to do it again on the next one. Crypto Lifer is out there. You better believe it. Crypto Plumber said, hey, you hook up with Lifer? Crypto Lifer is going to be in the music video. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I did a micro interview with Crypto Lifer too. So, if you guys been following me since way back, in 2022, remember it was a bear market. Well, then in 2023, it was still kind of a bear market. We were at the Bitcoin conference in Miami, and I did an interview. I just posted on Twitter, interview a price prediction one. What will hit first, 130K or 90K? The video I did in 2023 was what will hit first. The price was about 26K. I said, what will hit first, 30K or 20K? And a lot of people had already bounced off 20, I think, came back up. It was coming back down at the time. And a lot of people were like, it was 50-50. A lot of people said we're going to hit 20K before we go up. Crypto Lifer turned to me and he went, I don't think we ever hit 20K again. And he was right. He was right. Everyone who said 30 before 20 was right. We never saw 20K again. Here we are at 110,000 or whatever it was, 108, and I'm walking around asking people 130 or 90K, and Crypto Lifer goes, I don't think we ever hit 90K again. So I'm going to put out that video next. Be on the lookout for that one. It's not just him. It's a bunch of people. But, yeah, man, we're going to do it big, man. The music video is hot. I'm going to play the sneak preview of it one more again. You guys want to see it one more again before we lock it out here? It's 12:52. I'm going to play the sneak peek of the music video one more time. You know what I'm saying? All right on, Crypto Plumber. I appreciate you, man. We're going to do it one more time here.
Crypto winner is so frigid, it's no gimmick, but I'm cold with it. I've been in it since 4 digits. Price going up with no limits. I'm Cuvée like fine wine. Whenever I rhyme, come toast me. Grab the homie, raise a glass. One love to Satoshi.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Crypto winner is so frigid.
And that's to come up with your boy Cassius Cuvée every Sunday fun day. Next week I'm gonna have to come back with a weekly recap rap. As I love to do, as you guys know, I always bring you the hottest crypto raps in the game. Everything on market analysis. All set. Yeah, I don't think you saw it on the last one. Shout out to the wave makers. Yo, try to get everybody to join the private group, man. We got some heavy hitters in there. We got more stuff coming. New people, if you're new to trading, don't be shy. We got a lot of people in there who'll help you out. Also, speak up. If you have a topic you want me to cover on my YouTube channel, I have some tutorial videos on how to sign up for Phemex. Oh, and I got to say this too, because shout out to Kai and Sonia, they my business development manager and the CMO, the new CMO at Phemex. Phemex has a lot of dope promotions that I don't really promote enough. I got to keep it real. I always tell you guys, like, if you use my Phemex referral code, you sign up and you get special bonuses, which is true. You do get special bonuses than if you just sign up on your own, right? But they have promotions that roll out, I don't know, once every couple of weeks, contests and things like that I got to start making more content around because some of them are dope. And I got to say, there's a lot of leverage exchanges to choose from. When I was talking to Sonia at the Bitcoin party, she's like, look, well, she told us over dinner first. She's like, she was the president of another exchange and she left that company and she came to Phemex. She could have gone wherever she wanted. And she said that the reason that she likes working for Phemex is because they're more honest brokers. They don't trade against you. And there's a big problem. You guys probably saw that dude who was trading the 100 million or whatever. And he had a post today on Twitter. He lost it all, by the way, the 100 million guy. And it's because the market makers on a lot of these exchanges do shady stuff where they'll trade against their own people. And, you know, I don't know if that guy's situation is like that or not. And he was up 80 million or something and didn't take profit. But basically, he was like, let me see real quick. Okay, I'm getting a note and a text message here. Okay, I don't know, Brett. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna make some new for the 101 video series. Gotta explain what the lines mean. Okay, all the lines. Okay, great questions. You guys, put it in the chat if you have questions. But really, real quick, finish the story about Phemex. She's telling me that she wanted to work for Phemex because they're honest brokers. Their market makers don't do scammy stuff. They're transparent. They did have a hack a couple months ago or something. Totally transparent about it. None of us lost any of our money. They had some money tied up in their treasury or whatever you call it. But basically, she was like, they don't trade against their traders. They don't jip people because of slippage and things like that. So it's definitely something that I find it helps me sleep at night a little bit better knowing that your trading platform is not trading against you. So that's Phemex. That's what she told me. And then also, I just find them to be very user-friendly. All the little bells and whistles and things like that are just like easy to navigate. But also, they have great promotions. So I definitely want to say that, like, I'm going to start promoting them more. I do always put them in the private Discord group. And I definitely want to call them out because, like, you can make a lot of money. There's other features on there that I don't use yet. Like, so when I posted my my win, I was up like 500% or something. Sonia was like, man, we should just copy trade Cassius. And I said, you know, I got to sign up for that. I haven't taken full advantage of all the features that Phemex has to offer. You can do copy trading. They got bot trading. They got like these bracket trading. So if you think a coin is only going to go so high or so low, like range trade, I seen Kai post about doing that, and this is like automatic, like bots do it for you. Okay, so there's a lot of cool features. There's also Meme X, so if you like trading Solana memes, you could trade meme coins on Solana, BNB, or Base, which are basically like the three main meme coin platforms. You can do it from your Phemex wallet. So instead of having to transfer money off your exchange into a crypto wallet and all that stuff, you can then just do it from your Phemex spot wallet right there. It's called Meme X. So they got a lot of cool features that a lot of other platforms don't have. I don't even talk about them enough. And I want to lean more into and make some more content around them because they really are cool features that are like also opportunities. And it's the bonuses are crazy. The bonuses they're giving you free money to trade with sometimes, so I'm going to start maybe participating in some contests, maybe sign up for copy trading so people can copy me if they want to do it. And we're definitely going to go harder on Phemex. So again, if you want to join my Discord for free, it's $99 a month. But if you want to join for free for 1 year, you just use my Phemex referral code that you see on the screen, GMMNX5. I may earn a commission, but basically you will be able to join my Discord for free because you will put in your user ID into the Discord bot, and then it'll say welcome. It'll verify you, and then you just have to click on the box to get the free trial for 1 year, and then you're in. So that's what we're doing right now. It's only for the first 50 people. After that, we're only doing 1 month free. So make sure you join my private Discord group. Let's see here. Jade has texted me here. Okay. All right. Yeah, we do some collabs for sure, Jade. I'm rocking with you. So whoever you recommending, I'm taking a look at it. Just like we're gonna shout out our man Frank out there. Shout out Frank. I know he's listening. He was the first person to play Bitcoin Bestie on Instagram. He found it before I did on Instagram. Okay. Frank was on it. He's in the video walking behind me. I just posted on Twitter. So, man, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today, man. I'm going to play the song out one time, Bitcoin Bestie by Cassius Cuvée. And we got Randi Hipper on there and Kayla Love. Let's do it.
Randi Hipper.
Cassius Cuvée.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized, no censorship or hard caps apply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
It's great for those who just DCA'd. If you stacking sats and you you trying to save. Some like to hodl, some like to trade. I'ma do both, just ride the wave. When price drop, don't get angry. Man, that's just how the game be. I seen worse, nothing really pains me. I'm a Bitcoin bull, can't change me.
It's the best assets since the old times, like the 1849 gold mines. It's a gold rush happening in yo time. Every 4 years gonna blow minds. Let's see, investing. When Bitcoin met me, it blessed me. Positive is just how I live. All I gotta say is stay zesty.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
By now you should know that it's here to stay. When inflation and fiat is running away. I've been here since back in the day when they said it would never hit 100K. You trust the banks? Well, I trust the code. Price predictions, I barely stress. Hit $1 million in 5 years? Maybe less. When it does, you'll see it on the Daily Zest.
You should watch if you new or a clever trader. She's too cool, you could never hate her. She gotta be the #1 educator. Could explain Bitcoin to a 7th grader. Gotta say what's up to the super chat. Special shout out to the last tipper. Bitcoin bestie, Randi Hipper. That shoe fit like a glass slipper.
Just got my friends in a frenzy. We ain't even trying to be trendy. I'm a digital girl in a digital world. Out here repping it for Gen Z. We peer to peer cause the future's here. All grown up and permissionless. Now picture this, we're witnesses. By now you should know what the mission is.
Crypto winner is so frigid, it's no gimmick, but I'm cold with it. I've been in it since 4 digits. Price going up with no limits. I'm Cuvée like fine wine. Whenever I rhyme, come toast me. Grab the homie, raise a glass. One love to Satoshi.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Yee! And that's what's popping with your boy Cassius Cuvée, man. Always keeping it lit for all of my crypto fam, all of my trader fam, and everybody who's been doing this for a long time. To everybody who's brand new starting today, make sure you follow your boy Cassius Cuvée. Like the video, share it out to a friend. Put Bitcoin Bestie on your playlist. It's streaming on every platform. Music video coming soon. We got big things popping. Watch out for Jade. She's new in this crypto space, and she's going to be taking over the game. And we about to do it big for all the rest of the summertime in 2025. Let's go. Peace out to the chat. We're going to check it out. Let's see. We're going to end the poll, the results real quick. We got to check out the poll results. All right. Woo, almost 50-50 split. 53 people think we're going to have a red week. We had a lot of green weeks in a row, y'all. So pullback is not that crazy. That's right, Andrew. Randy's rocking it. She was dope. Man, we was going hard down there. So everybody, man, I appreciate y'all jumping into the Sunday Fun Day. I know everybody is not always available to jump in on a Sunday, but you know what? Cash Cuvée is going to own Sunday for crypto. You feel me? I know everybody does their live stream on the morning when the markets are hot and everybody's want to know what's going on. I'm going to own Sunday, all right? The Come Up with Cassius Cuvée is the Sunday show that everybody got to tap into. Nobody does it like me. I bring on the coolest guests. We bring on the coolest music, and we got the coolest trades too, man. I'm telling you, I know how to trade in so many different ways, but we want to be friendly to new folks. Make sure you ask your questions. Make a comment in this video. I check all my comments. I reply to everything. If I didn't, then ask it a second time or on Twitter or something, because I always like to be there for my folks and my followers. And join the private Discord, man. It's a great community. It's one little gatekeep. I've turned away like 100 people because, you know, if you don't sign up, you're not going to get in for free. But it keeps out the trolls and it keeps in the real traders. So if you really want to learn and you really want to see what other people are doing, that's how you join the Discord for free. You just create a Phemex account with my referral link, and then you in. All right, free for 1 year. All right, y'all, I'm going to sign off here, man. Hey, man, Andrew popping right now. Let's see. We got to make a sunset song NFT. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. All right. If you guys don't know, I'm the first recording artist to ever make a music video NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. So anyways, that's going back way back to early 2021. But anyways, man, that's it for today. Sunday Funny with your boy Cassius Cuvée on the Come Up. Peace, y'all.